everybody, and welcome back to Optimistic Orbit and another pick a card reading here with 3 piles to choose from today. And we are looking ahead at the month of July 2026, or if you're coming to this at a different time and it's a different July, then it will hopefully still be resonant for you. So we've got 3 sets of picture cards for you with a set of oracle cards that I've pre-chosen underneath, not looked at them though, just drawn them. And if you're like choosing with crystals, we have those to choose from too. So let's crack on. We've got pile number 1 here. This is your oracle card. And your stone is green aventurine, linked to the heart chakra. If you're drawn to pile number 2, your crystal is a piece of clear quartz, linked to the crown chakra. If you're drawn to pile number 3, this is your card, and your stone is a piece of yellow aventurine, linked to the solar plexus chakra. So stop the video if you want to look a little bit closer at which pile to pick, and I'll see if you're reading. Okay, welcome pile number 1 to your reading. You chose the green aventurine and this set of oracle cards, and we're going to just unveil what it says. So it says, I will use the moon cycle to show me the next steps of my onward journey. And interestingly, the green aventurine is about compassion and gentle growth. So maybe we've got some kind of you're looking into yourself this month, maybe, or a specific area of your life that you want to grow in some shape or form. So the soul journey oracle, oh lovely, look at that. So we've got happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Fantastic. So we've got onward journey, we've got right path. Okay, July is looking like a month where you're sitting pretty. Eclipse. Celebrate cycles. Look at this. Use the moon cycle. If you're anything like me, who uses new moons and full moons particularly when they arise for different reasons, new moons, I always manifest on a new moon, then that will really resonate with you, and it looks like some of the things may be coming to fruition. And lastly, what we've got, this is the Wild Bohemian Tarot. We've got, I am divine truth. Stretch, expand, open and breathe. Love is space, and there's plenty for you. This is definitely more of an expansion month, and it looks like you're going to be loving life in July, pile number 1. Shall we have a little look at the Rabbit Tarot and see what it can dive? Pile number 1 for the month of July, please. What do they need to know for the month of July? Oh, I want it to come. Yeah, moon cycles, you know, that sometimes within it, I don't know what the actual, I know we obviously get at least one full moon, don't we, within a month. I don't know, maybe worth pile number 1 having a look to see when the new moon and the full moon actually occurs this month, and maybe put into practice, or maybe start some practices to do with manifesting your dream life, because this is looking good energy. We always get the ups and downs, don't we, with the cycles of the moon too. So it could be that there's a few surprises for you. Sorry, that was a bit handed, that one. Let me try again. So what I want, pile number 1 for the month of July. I think they wanted to spin out, didn't they? Right, okay, let's have a little look. So what have we got? 9 of Wands. Okay, you're starting the month by the looks of it feeling like you need a bit of a break. Kind of almost at the finishing line of something here. Maybe you're just looking forward to finishing work, starting summer. You just need some time out potentially. But the Nine of Wands suggests that you've built something up here. There's some accumulation of results related to something. Let's have a look at the clarifier. Okay, so Temperance. So Temperance relates to balance, keeping things in moderation, really. So maybe this is about work-life balance for you, pile number one. Or it could be just that you're maybe juggling a few balls all at once and it's time for a bit of a break. Because Temperance is saying to you here, you know, balance everything in moderation, take some time out to heal, take some time out for you. So there's an element of self-care about this card here. And the Nine of Wands is suggesting that maybe you know that deep down, you know that you're kind of ready for just some fun times, some times where you're not all about the grind of work or the juggling of your different roles in life. And July is maybe the month to just say, do you know what, I'm doing that. I'm going on that holiday, or I'm booking that week off, or closing my laptop at 5 o'clock without fail and giving yourself some breathing space. What have we got here? The Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is a very much work-related card, interestingly. It's about skills. But threes are all about support as well, that there's support coming to you and for you. It's a card of progress and development as well. When we ever get the threes, this is what it's all about. So you're wanting to build, I think you're building yourself up here to a nice place in your life where you feel comfortable. But the cards are definitely saying that July is a time just to kind of, you know, rein it in. Don't burn yourself out. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, so I think whatever it is that you are building up here, you're wanting to protect what you've already got. And I do wonder whether, so we've got this energy here of expanding and going on a journey and on the right path. Sevens are actually saying exactly that you are on the right path and that you just got to keep going. So you might have started something here, whether it's a new career, whether it's a course potentially, whether it's something to do with might be a self-employment route you might be thinking about. Could be a side hustle. Something that you are passionate about, because that's what the ones are all about. We've got lots of energy being put into this, lots of passion being put into this. And you've worked hard to get to this point. And it's just saying, yeah, just be mindful that you're doing well. You don't really need to worry too much about the fact that you taking time out is going to stunt your progress. It's not. It's just that you almost need to make sure that you are ready and raring to go, so that if anything does potentially test you on this path, that you know you've got the energy to deal with it. Really, you don't want to wear yourself to a point where you can't see the wood for the trees. Ah, Four of Cups, nice. So the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands here is a card of celebration. It's a card of stability. Look at those wands sitting really proud in the ground. There is lots of results here to celebrate from all your hard work. And boy, have you put in the hard work. You know that you're very close to reaching something brilliant here. And you've maybe July is the month to actually make sure that you are using the support that you have to hand around you, whether that's a network of people, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's a potential possible colleague. Somebody here has got the knowledge, got the skills that you need to be able to kind of take this to the next level. And here you are in July, actually starting to celebrate some wins. And it might be that you've got your first commission for something. It could be that you have, I don't know, worked hard to get to a place where you are qualified, and this is the celebration of your first pay packet. You know, it could be anything that is of a nature where that passion that you have piled into something is actually coming to fruition. And it's coming in fast in July. Yeah, by the end of the month, you're going to see that you are going to be able to see the fruits of that labour truly and surely. This is about vitality, new strengths, because you have taken some time out in this month to make sure that it's there's a balance of work and play here, and you're going to be better for it because the energy will be flowing much better. You know, you're not stuck here. This is a let's go card. Look, you're almost fired up by the fact that you can start to see some early results to your hard work, and it's coming in. It's going to come in thick and fast, and you are ready for it. Just make sure that you do take heed of this and that you are ready energetically to move, and you're just not spent before you've even got going. So it's look at whatever it is, pile number one, and you'll obviously, this is a general reading, so you'll be able to match this up with your own life, but there's something coming in for you that is the result of a lot of hard work that you have been putting in for a long time, certainly for the first half of the year, and maybe even before that. And this, look at what we've got here. We've got the 7, which is all about being on the right path. We've got the right path. We've got an onward journey. So have a little delve into thinking about how manifesting under a new moon, and maybe entering into some moon practices, if you are particularly spiritual, might actually help you just stay focused on this goal that you actually want. And don't forget, all work and no play is not going to be helpful to you this month. Yes, you want to protect what you've built up, but don't forget there is help out there. You don't have to do all of this on your own. And if you manage to get that balance going, then yeah, the world is your oyster. The world is your oyster, pile number one. Okay, right. I think that's it for today. I hope that's resonated with you. If it has, drop a like. Let me know in the comments what particularly it was that you took away from the reading. And I hope to see you next time. Bye. Welcome, pile number 2, to your reading for the month of July. And you chose this oracle card and the piece of clear quartz. So let's have a little look at your prepared oracle cards, and then we will draw some tarots. So your chosen card says, may I look to the night sky and see all the realms of possibility to uncover. And the clear quartz is all about clarity and using it to kind of amplify your intentions. So maybe nighttime is best for you if you're into some spiritual practices, doing meditation, for instance. Doing it at nighttime might be the best time for you during your day to be able to just be present and open yourself up to what there is on offer. Let's have a look. Oh, love. So I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Brilliant. And if we do that, I mean, I don't know if you have practiced this sort of thing before, but you know, when you just start to try and rewire your brain, don't you, to think about what good you're seeing in life. You know, it's a projection, isn't it? It's what you project out kind of mirrors you back. So it's a great practice to have. Commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Singularity from the Stardust Oracle. You are your own sun, moon, and stars. Yeah. So more or less saying that you're unique. This is your life. This is your path. And how you decide to look at things and the way in which you choose to go about your daily existence really does have small, incremental steps towards the life that you actually then put, actually kind of comes to reality. What you actually sort of see, what you project out in the world, as we've said, is what kind of comes back to you. So might be even worth looking at some astrology around your star sign, your moon sign, maybe your rising sign as well, that might actually be helpful guidance to you in this month. Pile number 2. Oh, wow. I am love. The eternal flame of your love is unifying. Enjoy being everything. So very much a bit of a love theme coming through, isn't the pile number 2? And if you are loved up, or you're particularly thinking about your relationship or somebody on the horizon, it does put a bit of a spring in your step, doesn't it? Oops. I'm going to put those back because I love to ask the cards before I actually draw any, and I haven't asked them yet. So pile number 2, what have we got for the month of July? For pile number 2, what is coming into their lives? What do they need to know? Pile number 2. That one's poking out, isn't it? Pile number 2, month of July. What possibilities are there in the month of July? Ooh. Oh, there's 2 there. Okay, we're going to draw 2 more. Pile number 2. Oh, I didn't want to go back. Okay. All right, then what's that? 3 there, 3 there. Can we see all of that before we get going? Excellent. Okay, just going to move you a little bit down there. I think you can see, can't you? Excellent. Right, okay, let's start. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Hay fever is really bad today. 8 of Pentacles. You've been busy working, toiling away. 10 of Cups. Nice. So what have you been toiling away for? Pile number 2. You've been working very hard and maybe feeling like it's been all work and no play. But it's looking like July has some downtime for you. 10 of Cups is about being emotionally fulfilled. This is like the happy ever after ending kind of card, really. Things have sort of completed, and it might be that you've kind of got what you wanted. You've got what you wanted from the start of the year, and July is looking a little bit like you are going to be enjoying some time with family, or you're going to be, if you're single, it might be that you're just going to be looking forward to some downtime, some time where you are in your favourite space, just enjoying life. I mean, the 6 of Cups here is saying about it being a nostalgic time. 6s are about journeys. There's like a balance really here that shows up with 6s, and it's about potentially feeling a bit of relief. You might be, there's a bit of a nostalgia as well that's sometimes linked to this card, but I don't feel that with you. I feel like you're going to be looking back on this time in your life and think, oh, it was sweet. I loved it. It was a sweet time, that, for lots of different reasons. Let's have a look what we've got. The Four of Cups. Yeah, I wonder if you have been just slogging away. Not much excitement has happened to you this first half of the year. Or you feel like, given the climate at the minute, that you've just needed to make sure you've kind of got a nice little nest egg going, because obviously this is kind of all about the physical reality, the material things. So whether that be just putting your head down, doing some overtime, maybe it could be that you are having to work hours just to ensure that you feel comfortable with the with prices and stuff going up. It might be that you're saving as well, and you're just trying to put yourself a little nest egg together, and it just means you having to put in the hours in order to do that. The Four of Cups is all about stability and structure. Look how stable these 3 cups here. But there's something here, pile number 2, that says that you're kind of looking at what you've achieved and all this hard work that you've put in, but you're kind of left wanting a little bit still. You're like, gosh, is this what it's all about? I just got to slog my guts out just to kind of keep my head above water. Is there nothing else here that I can kind of do? And this is you sort of looking at the potential avenues that might be out there. You're looking at the results of your hard work, but you're also pausing and reflecting on what's been accomplished, and you're kind of a little bit disappointed. It's almost like, it could be that your line of work is just maybe not paying you as much as you would like. It could be that your career isn't giving you the satisfaction that you thought it would. It could be that life's just got a bit stale, and you've been doing the grind, and you're just feeling like you need a bit of excitement in your life. Well, it's about to pay off. July is looking like it's about to pay off. Ooh. You're anxious about it, pile number 2. What are you anxious about? You've got some sleepless nights here. It's really interesting because, this top row here is looking really quite nice and rosy, and you're loving life. And you've got some hard work. However, that hard work actually is going to pay off here. But at the same time, I don't know whether you're the main breadwinner of your family, or you are certainly relied upon maybe emotionally. Doesn't have to be just through the earnings that you bring into the home. It could be that you're the one who is maybe having to do the lion's share of keeping everything kind of at the status quo. Something's keeping you up at night here in July. And I'm wondering whether you're just feeling a little bit, you're just feeling generally unsettled about how things are. And you are not at the minute getting the answers that you would like. There's a lot of sort of stress around this situation at the moment. And I do wonder whether you think, is this it? Is this all I have to look forward to in life? It's nice, but maybe not as exciting as you would like it to be. Despite the stability that you have and the structure that you have in your life, you're still feeling like you're left wanting here, aren't you? And this pausing and reflecting is also kind of tied in with a little bit of stress about the whole thing as well. I don't think you're sure really what direction you want to go in. But this is interesting, this suggests new beginnings. Ace of Cups is about sort of like that, look at it, it's overflowing with emotion. You're going to feel all the feels, really, with this card. And I do wonder whether we've got lots of cups, haven't we, coming through. I think despite outward appearances in terms of what your life looks like, there is something afoot deep down, and I wonder whether it is to do with your relationship. And I'm not sure whether this singularity card is actually has a much bigger meaning than we first initially thought, because are you contemplating your relationship here, or a love? I'm wondering whether you are in a situation where it's all great, it's good, it's steady, it's stable, but it doesn't light you on fire. And you could be harking back here to potential past relationships where you felt those feels, and you're not feeling those feels now. And it might be just that this relationship, although it gives you so much stability, and from an outward appearance it looks great, but inwardly you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it, you're left wanting, and you're now in this situation where you're like, okay, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Do I stick it out? Do I need to have a really frank conversation? Or do I just, just see how it goes for a little bit longer? I think you're going to have all of those kind of inward conflicts happening here. But the Ace of Cups suggests new beginnings. This suggests that you maybe are thinking about breaking free emotionally and maybe starting anew. There could even be somebody already on the horizon here. Or maybe it's just you wanting to, be on your own for a while. I mean, that's what ones are all about, aren't they? The singularity comes out here as well. Maybe you preferred the single life and you thought it was so much easier when I wasn't having to deal with this general drudge. I think you just feel it's a bit of a daily drudge at the moment, and July is going to be a month for you where you're going to question your love life, you're going to question your relationship, and you're going to have to potentially have some honest conversations with yourself, because I feel like you've been feeling this a little while now. This has kind of been gradually, slowly coming to the surface, and you're kind of almost reaching a crescendo in July with this. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So this is suggesting that actually you're going to be very fruitful. There's going to be some fruitful outcome to this. And it's looking like whatever your decision is around this love and this relationship, or whether it's being single, whether it's kind of stepping into a new romantic relationship, whether it is breaking free from one that is just not fulfilling anymore, around the corner very soon there's going to be something that pokes its head up in July, pile number 2, and you're going to be thinking, I like the look of this. I like the look of this more than I like currently what I'm experiencing, because I don't feel fulfilled anymore. People think I am. People think I'm quite happy. But it's just a bit of a daily drudge in a minute. But there's potential for this new, and this is all about you. If you can take or leave this, pile number 2, remember, in July at some point, something is going to show itself to you. And it's not necessarily a test, but it's a new start that potentially could come your way. And the outcome depends on whether you want to take that opportunity. And that's totally up to you. But the Ten of Pentacles comes out here saying this has the potential to be exactly what you dreamed of, what you've been perhaps thinking you want from life. And maybe you know very clearly what it is you want from life. Well, it's saying there is potential. If you take this opportunity, you are going to be able to maybe build that life. And look, it's the tens. So it's a sense of kind of coming to completion. Something's definitely coming to completion here with a relationship, with a love life, with the way you are. And it might be as we said before, it doesn't have to be you jumping into a new relationship. It doesn't have to be this big love. It can be. So if that fits you, pile number 2, please, please take it that way. For numbers, I do feel for a number of you, this is about getting out of a stale relationship that no longer fits you. And you're going to be wanting to just be on your own for a while, and you love that. You love the idea of making your own decisions and not having to answer to anybody else or compromise on anything. And that for lots of you, that's the direction that you want to go in. And the cards are saying, yeah, that's a definite possibility here. Remember, I look to the night sky and see all the realms of possibility to uncover. So with the 9 of Swords, yeah, there's stress involved in this. But those kind of alone times are going to give you those potential possibilities that you've got in your life. I mean, work, by the looks of it, looks like it's a pretty stable thing in your life. So that in terms of your finances, you have got some options in which to think about lots of different potential avenues that you can go down here. But don't forget self-love. Self-love is exactly where it is at. So be kind to yourself. Enjoy being everything for you. And when you've done that, you can then make sure your life gets to a place where you really want it to be. So July is looking interesting, pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. If it has, drop a like, and yeah, please put the comment below about what you thought resonated with you particularly. I'll read all your comments. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye for now. And you chose this oracle card from the Guiding Stars deck, and this really gorgeous piece of yellow aventurine, which is all about confidence and clear direction related to the solar plexus channel. Let's have a little look at what your card says. So it says, on this night, I awaken my senses by searching the night sky for tranquility. Ooh, maybe doing a bit of soul searching, maybe. Clear, because this is all about clear direction. So potentially looking for some answers somewhere in July. Oh dear, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Okay, you definitely are kind of doing a bit of soul searching for something or other. Maybe experiencing something that is just going to be a very big turning point in your life. Take charge. Don't wait for the stars to align. Reach up and arrange them the way you want. Yeah. So don't be a victim, in other words. I think pile number 3. Take that upset. Learn from it. Move forward. I am soulful. Your work is to practice receiving great abundance. Envision and feel this as real. So 3 and 9, what does that get down to? 12, what? 3. So 3 is about support coming to you, progress and development. Yeah. So you may get to make a few tweaks, not necessarily huge changes, pile number 3, but something has either happened or some kind of like little challenge or plot twist is about to occur in this month of July that's just going to make you alter the way you maybe see things or do things, because this is all it is. Definitely, I feel like this is a nice balance here of you being able to use your inner wisdom, have that self-awareness to then be able to think, okay, now I know exactly what I need to be doing here. Your work is to practice receiving great abundance. Envision and feel that this is real. So, all it's all looking good so far, isn't it? And this is saying about getting that clarity and clear direction. And you're going to, I think it looks like you're not only going to be doing that, but you're actually going to be moving forward already before the month is out in that direction. So for pile number 3, what do they need to know about the month of July? Pile number 3 for the month of July. What is the energy? I never take the bottom one. I think I might have, if you've seen me before, you might have seen me going, well, you can think, oh, that one's sticky now. But it's the way I hold it at the bottom that makes me not want to take it, because it always sticks. So I like to think, oh, that one, definitely. There we go. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right then. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just make sure you can see all of that before we get going. Yes, you can. Okay, right. So the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, always very Knight of Wands is a bit of impulsive energy, quite forward moving. Obviously, and the Knights are all about like progress and moving forward with things. And this energy is a very kind of passionate, driving, ambitious energy. And that was kind of coming through in your oracle cards here. Have you started already on this, I wonder? Pile number 3. In the first half of this year, in the last couple of months, I'm getting particularly that this is something that you're like, yep, I want to move forward with this. This is definitely the direction that I want to go in. 4 of Pentacles. But maybe July here. So this is about stability. It's about structure. 4s are, for the Pentacles, it's about a sense of control. So that's interesting that we've got it here with this kind of impulsive nature, the passionate, driven, ambitious Knight of Wands. But at the same time, you're trying to kind of make sure you stay in control of things as well. This is about this taking charge energy, isn't it? I'm wondering if these two marry up a little bit. Are you a bit of a control freak, pile number 3? Do you like to know where you are and try and control things and not really like change? I'm not sure. This is saying for you to maybe dissipate that energy, that part of you, your personality that likes to take charge and stay in control. And this is saying, yeah, just do it. And that's it, isn't it? In a nutshell, here we go. This mirrors it really well. Don't just sit on something here. Move forward with it, because I think deep down you know that this is going to be really exciting. Something's exciting is happening. Okay, 8 of Cups. Oh, wow. You are taking charge because you're letting go of something. And, you know, I love the presence of the moon in this card. It has such great symbolism for the 8 of Cups, because this is almost like you're taking a bit of a... There's a slight risk factor here, but you've got to this point where, you know what, you're just going to do it. You're sort of trying to control everything, trying to, you know, be risk averse, limit the risks, isn't always going to be beneficial for you. And this is particularly saying to you, you really want to do, there's something that you really want to do. You might be traveling. It could be living in a new place. It could be all sorts of things, because it's obviously a general reading, isn't it, pile number 3? So something in your life you are excited about, and you have already been making moves in that direction. But that kind of part of you that doesn't like change is just kind of potentially holding you back here. we want to kind of go back to what's familiar sometimes, and there is a little bit of that creeping in here with the energy of the Four of Pentacles, and you've kind of you're almost in danger in July, I feel here, pile number 3, of kind of putting your horse to a great big grinding halt, because you suddenly kind of are feeling all that self-doubt. Are you a self-sabotager? Some of you may be into this pile and getting that you might be one of those people that has self-sabotaged potentially in the past because you are scared of that change. But the cards are saying it's time to let go. You're not going to know absolutely everything and every eventuality that comes from this, but this has loads of potential. You are going to trip yourself up, maybe, and you can't control that. This is all marrying up really nicely, pile number 3. You are going to make mistakes. Things aren't always going to go according to plan. You may have to change a plan and be flexible and adaptable about it. And there's no worries about the fact that you can do that because you're so excited and passionate about this new direction. So it's time to let go of anything, any fear that you have around this. Because what is on the other side of this is for you. You know, sometimes we stay stuck just because feeling, you know, staying in what you know is better than what you don't know. And that's life though, isn't it? I think you're leaving it behind. I think you're going to do this. And if you do this, there could be big opportunities. We'll have to look to see what the clarifier is on that one. Oh, the Lovers. Okay. So this could be a relationship. It could be a union. It could be a business partnership. Could be a really significant friendship or partner that's coming in, that's part of this journey. This card is also about choices. Interestingly, we've just been talking about all of that, making some very significant choices for this one, and I think that's the energy that's really coming through here. You're going on this journey, but you're going to have some give and take, as we've just said. It's about balancing in your own mind what is a tiny little blip as opposed to an all-out, you know, sweeping failure. You've got to start being realistic about the fact that life does put some obstacles in your way, and this choice looks like it's going to be quite a significant choice going forward in your life. So whatever decision you make, and it looks like if you take this decision and let go this month, then you are going to maybe just leave behind all those worries and fears. I think almost for you, it's almost about making that decision. And once you've made that decision, you're fine with yourself. You're like, oh, finally, I've let go, and I'm actually now ready to move forward on this path. Sometimes that can be the biggest obstacle to us, can't it? The actual decision making itself, not what comes after it, but just actually, you know, choosing A or B. The Three of Cups, lovely. So here we have like the making the choice, potential people around you helping you here, because we've got the Three of Cups, which again is all about support. It's about progress and development. So they are saying here, don't dwell on all of those self-doubts that creep in. Don't try and control things. And maybe look at the people around you who are celebrating your decision. They're saying, this is so great. Oh, do you know, we're really pleased with this choice for you. It seems just so right. And we're behind you. We're behind you. We're supporting you. This could be family. It could be friends, significant partner in your life, anything of that nature. And they're just kind of willing you to kind of get out of that stale old box that maybe you've put yourself in, And you, because you know deep down you're ready for change. They've known it for as long as you have, and they're championing you to just go for it. Page of Wands, yeah, this is lovely. This is saying let go. Look at this, because that energy continues. This is the first sparks of excitement, that really raw energy that you have at the beginning of something new. And I think once you've let go, once you've made that decision, you are so excited for the possibilities that are there at your feet. And it might bring you this peace of mind that perhaps you haven't had for a little while. And that doubting yourself, actually, you become at peace potentially with this. Your work is to practice receiving great abundance. So maybe you're just like, oh, that's not for me. I'll never be able to do it. You might have that kind of mentality which kind of has kept you stuck in something that just no longer fits you anymore. And the cards here are asking you to be a bit brave about it. This choice you're making, because this is a major arcana card, seems quite a significant choice. And it's going to, July feels like a very pivotal month for you this year, pile number 3, in that decision is then going to really determine what the rest of your year looks like. And the Wands, all about passion. The Cups, all about emotions. So I feel like, you're going to be rare at some point. You're going to really have that fire in your belly to get going, and really excited for the change. But it's just getting to that decision point. Make it. Take charge of your own destiny. Yeah, see, oh dear, you've got to get you definitely stop. You're having sleepless nights, and I'm not surprised. The energy here is something here that you're just trying to control the outcome. You've got to stop controlling the outcome. This has the potential, as I say, to change your trajectory for the rest of the year. And you can either decide, yes, I'm going to make that change and let go, despite the fact that I don't know how things are going to turn out. I'm going to risk that rejection. I'm going to risk that obstacle. I'm going to risk not knowing all the answers at the minute. Or you can stay stuck. And you can kind of keep repeating this, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I don't really know which way to turn. The nine of swords is like you're almost at that decision-making point, but there he is, sat in bed. He's not moving anywhere. And that could be a risk here for you. The cards are saying to you, pile number 3, not making a decision is making a decision. And your decision is, I'm quite happy being stuck. I don't want to move forward. The possibility at the minute frightens me so much that I'm in this kind of status of paralysis. So look at the difference between the energy here, the Page of Wands, and what happens if you make a choice, and the excitement and the bursting of new ideas that kind of come through this opportunity about your life ahead of you. But if you don't, this is what you're just going to perpetually be in this kind of state of not knowing what's ahead of you, because you're too frightened to even try. This card, I feel, and this card told us right at the very beginning what you've got to do this month, pile number 3. Just be brave. Life is not predictable in any shape or form, and sometimes just making a small change is all it takes to start seeing some differences in your life, So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's the end of your reading. Pile number 3, I hope you found that really useful. If you have, drop a like and let me know in the comments what particularly resonated with you. I'd love to know what you put. I do read all the comments. And yeah, hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.